What's up, EV Clan? Alex Espion here, and I don't know if the first part of my intro got cut off or not, because I pressed the record button and then instantly went into it, but, I might have to cut the first part of the intro, because the gameplay might not have actually been, like, the game sound might not have actually been recording. Maybe I could just have the first few seconds of it without the game sound, but I'm pretty sure that as I was clicking into the game, I started the intro, so that would mean that, like, I was like, what's up? And then probably the sound actually went on. So I mean, I feel like it's better to just keep those few seconds of not having game sound rather than just cutting off the first part of my intro. But anyway, what's up, EV Clan? Alex Espion here. As I already said, but I'm saying it again because, I don't know. Yo, champ in the making! Sorry, not champ in the making, champ in making, because I guess... Is there like a limit on the amount of text that they can have in a certain text box? Because I'm starting to realize a whole load of, like, the word the is lacking in a lot of places. Because it's not the Pokedex, it's just Pokedex. And it's not the Pokeflute, it's just Pokeflute. I feel like in a lot of places they cut the word the, and I'm not sure why. It might be like a text limit. That could be what it is, because I know, like, 151 Pokemon is a lot to put on a little Game Boy cartridge, so I'm sure that a lot of the game, like, I'm sure they are running out of space on this little cartridge. So, it's possible that, like, there was supposed to be the in a lot of sentences, and I just cut it out because it was literally taking up too much space. I don't really know how, like, storage on cartridges work, but I know that, like, there was supposed to be more like, nickname, there were supposed to be, like, more letters in Pokemon names. And that's why certain Pokemon are missing letters in their name, like Feraligatr. Like, certain early Pokemon are missing letters in their name, because, like, Feraligatr obviously is spelled the gator part is spelled G-A-T-R rather than G-A-T-O-R, because they didn't have room for the O. Like, a lot of early Pokemon have letters missing from their names because of text limits. Like, they couldn't fit any more letters in the Pokemon's name because of, like, storage problems, because they couldn't fit any more, like, stuff in the cartridge, which I think is wacky, but I mean, it makes sense. Like, the cartridge, I'm sure, does have an upper limit, like a little, whatever little mechanism they have in there that is storing all the data for the game, surely is not, like, surely cannot hold a lot, because, I don't know, it's little, it's primitive technology, you know, but, Fuchsia Gym is riddled with invisible walls. Koga might appear close, but he's blocked off. You have to find gaps in the walls to reach him. Or gaps in walls, as some other people would say. So as you can see, Koga is right there. But the problem is, there isn't a semi-invisible wall here. You can actually see where the walls are, because they have, like, these little lines. Like, you see these little, like, they are separated. Like, there's little separations in the ground. Because, like, the ground down here, like, where I'm standing on, it's like lines, right? It's straight lines that are unseparated. There's no, like, dashes in them. However, in this line is, like, dotted up here. And that's because these lines are walls. As you can see, I can run into them all I want. I will not walk through them because they are invisible walls. Still semi-invisible walls. They say invisible walls, but they're not really invisible. There are, in every game, there are, like, little hints as to where the walls are. In Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, I think that once you walk into them, they literally just appear. Like, you could literally see them, they look like glass. But, if I were to leave green, I know there's, like, little dots on the edges of each tile that has an invisible wall on it. And in this game, they did something similar. Only, in this one, rather than adding dots like they did in Fire Red and Leaf Green, they actually got rid of pixels where there's walls. So anyway, strength isn't the key for Pokemon. It's strategy. I'll show you how strategy can beat brute strength. I'm so sorry, guys, by the way, that I, like, have so much to say in this episode about this gym, because normally I'm struggling to, a lot of times I'm struggling to come up with things to say, and I'm sure that once I get farther into this gym, I'm going to run out of things to say, and I'm going to be grasping at Mario again. But for now, I just have so much that I want to say at the moment, so I'm just, like, on the topic, because I'm in the gym, and I'm, like, it's, like, on the topic of the gym. Nightshade is not doing a whole lot of damage. Let's see if Lick does more, because Lick is not a set amount of damage. Like, Lick is weak. Oh my gosh, Lick is weak. But, this thing, luckily, this ground type luckily doesn't seem to have a ground type move, which would be horrible if I own the ground type, because they own the ground type. It's great for me. Poison Sting! You have Poison Sting as a ground type. You're a pure ground type, have Poison Sting, but no ground type moves. Huh. Well, I mean, I guess you do have Needles, but, like, the needles on your back are poisonous? Like, that's kind of wacky. Like, some Pokemon moves, it just doesn't make any sense that this Pokemon can learn it. It's like, maybe it's, like, lost in translation. Like, maybe it's just, like, in Japanese, it's just, like, Poison Sting, it's just, like, Sting. Or, like, Needle Thrust or something. But, like, in this language, it certainly doesn't make any sense, because never before have we heard that Sandslash has poison in their spikes. What? Extraordinary, yeah, like, seriously. Since when does Sandslash have poisonous spikes? I did not know that. What an extraordinary factoid. But why isn't it a poison type? I don't know. I wanted to become a ninja, so I joined this gym. So actually, what I found out recently is that I've been spelling Koga wrong for my entire life, because I tried to, in like a previous episode, I put his name in the description, and I typed it out, and then Google was telling me Google was telling me I shouldn't say Google, I guess, like, it was YouTube. Whatever, there was, like, a red line appearing under it. And I'm like, did I spell it wrong? Or is YouTube just being stupid and not recognizing the name of the video game character? And they were not recognizing the name of the video game character, but it was the wrong video game character. What I spelled out was Kohga, which is not how you spell Master Koga's name. At least, not Master Koga in Pokemon. Rather, that is how you spell Master Koga's name in Legend of Zelda. The Legend of Zelda Master Koga. Different Ninja Master. But yeah, I did not know that. I've been spelling it wrong my entire life. I always spelled it with an H. But, apparently, there is no H. So is it just Nightshade that hits normal types, or is it that all Ghost type moves hit normal types in this game? Oh my gosh, he switched back to the Raichu. What is with this guy in the switching? I guess, oh, he's a juggler, isn't he? Well, in this, he's a servant. Oh my gosh, dude, you're not doing yourself any favors. Attack me. What is this guy doing? What? Bruh, you can't kill me if you keep switching. This is so stupid. Bro does not know what to do. He's like, oh no, Raichu's in trouble, better switch to Snorlax. Oh no, Snorlax is in trouble, better switch to Raichu. Oh no, Raichu's in trouble, better switch back to Snorlax. I've got this man in a corner. He is scared. He is terrified. He's switching like crazy. He's like, can somebody take down this Gengar? Nobody can. Albert is just like mopping the floor with his team because he can't attack us for whatever reason. Like, okay, surely the Raichu could hit us, but I guess he just didn't feel like it. Now, we're on to Pokemon that just straight up can't hit us. There's like this fighting type over here, which, even if it had a stab, it doesn't seem to have fighting type moves. Even if it had a stab fighting type move, it still wouldn't be able to hit us because we're immune to fighting and normal. Any more normal and or fighting types that we can just be immune to. Surely the Snorlax can't hit us, right? Like, I'm sure in future games it has, like, Crunch or Bite at this level, or at least Bite at this level. But yeah, in this game, I'm sure that... Oh yeah, in this game, Bite isn't even dark, so we don't even have to worry about that. Oh my gosh, you're using Rest. When we're paralyzed, are you serious? You're scummy. I hate you. I don't like you. You're annoying. You're taking forever to kill. Like, oh my gosh, a Pokemon that can heal when you're paralyzed is, like, the worst thing ever. And my throat is also really dry, so that is also, like, one of the worst things ever when I'm recording an episode. So I'm going to take a quick drink of water. Sorry for, like, a couple seconds of not commentating, but, you know, gotta drink water sometimes. Okay, I'm fairly certain you heard that burp. Like, usually I say it a lot, like, oh, yeah, you must have heard that burp. But, like, certainly you heard that one. Certainly you heard the one after that, too. Like, while saying you certainly heard that burp, I burped again. Hopefully you heard that burp. At this point, I'm, like, begging, like, hopefully you heard that burp. Please say you heard that burp. You never hear any of my burps. They're really good burps. They're really impressive, I promise. I can burp the alphabet. No, I can't. I always wonder how people could do that. My dad can burp the alphabet. That's crazy. Like, I feel like you just get so, like, out of breath doing it, if that makes sense. Like, I don't even know how that works, but, like, burping the alphabet, just, not only does it sound crazy to just, like, enunciate all those letters in burp, but also just doing that many burps in a row. Like, you are exhaling so much air, I feel like you just get, like, lightheaded. I never really tried it, but I've seen, like, TV shows and stuff where they tried to burp the alphabet and then, like, fainted because they were running out of oxygen, which I guess makes sense. Like, on the surface level, that makes sense to me. I don't think about it too much, and I'm not thinking about it too much, but like, burping is pushing out, so you're exhaling. If you're rapidly burping, then you're not inhaling, which means you're running out of air because you're pushing the air out instead of taking new air in. Oh my gosh! Can you stop healing? We are literally out of nightshades. So now all we got is Lick, and Lick is doing nothing. And we could probably use a Paralyze heal. We probably have something that can heal this paralysis. Never mind, no we don't. We only have Ice heals, which are just fantastic because there's so many Ice types in this game. Seriously, it's like, in what situation do you need an Ice heal in this game? I'll tell you, Articuno, that's it. And like, even then, why would you waste turns healing the freeze when you could be throwing Pokeballs? It's like, with Articuno, you don't even want to attack the thing, because you probably are going to weaken it in like 2 turns, and so it freezing you is perfectly fine from there, because your Pokemon doesn't need to act. All you need to do is keep throwing Pokeballs. Anyway, we're switching to a different Ghost Poison type, of the same evolution line, and going for more Nightshades, because Gengar ran out of Nightshades, so Haunter is going to use some Nightshades as well. Your Amnesias don't help you, because first of all, Ghost-type moves are physical in this game, which doesn't make any sense, but even if it made sense, and Ghost-type moves were special, it wouldn't matter, because Nightshade always does the same amount of damage. It is a fixed amount of damage, and so therefore, raising your special is not going to help. Not only because it's not special, but also because just like raising no type of defense would help. I will always do the same amount of damage, it doesn't matter what your defense or special defense is, Nightshade always does the same. So, at some point this thing certainly just has to like, not wake up on time. At some point, this thing, we have to get enough hits in for this thing to die before it can use Rest again, certainly. It's going to use Amnesia. No! It's like, oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? I'm done messing around. We're done with this. I'm done wasting time. I've wasted enough of y'all's time already going for these Nightshades that just aren't doing enough damage. We're just gonna go to Kyle and mop the floor with the Snorlax, because Snorlax, your special may be sky high at this point, but you know what's not? Your physical. Take this rolling kick. Take it and just die. Oh my gosh, you lived one. That's crazy. Snorlax is, like, physical defense is, like, not nearly as good as its special, so I'm surprised they actually lived that. But hey, on the other hand, Kyle is more defensive than they are an attacker. It's just they are fully evolved. So, and like Earthquake is stab, so that Earthquake does so much damage, it doesn't even matter that we're not like focused in attack, we're more defensive. Like, it doesn't even matter that we're more defensive than attacking. Because Earthquake already does so much damage, stab. But I'm done for! Yes, you are, Mr. Servant. Yes, you are. Anyway, on to the next one. By the looks of it, this guy's also a servant, but hey, the outside of battle sprites can be deceiving. We should also probably get Albert out of the front, because as much as I want to use Albert, we are now out of Nightshades, which is our best way of doing damage, our quickest way of doing damage, because Licks are just not doing a lot. But anyway, I also study the way of the ninja with Master Koga. Ninja have a long history of using animals. But yeah, what happened was I looked up like how to spell Koga. I saw on, oh, this is a chief. This is not a juggler. Okay, so that's what I was saying, that like outside of battle sprites can look deceiving, because like gentle women and ace trainers in this game, in this Nuzlocke, look exactly the same outside of battle. But yeah, we are still paralyzed, which is a pain in the neck. But I doubt this Ponyta is going to be doing anything to us. I'm kind of tempted to use the speed up, but I feel like I've done such a good job in this series of not using the speed up that like, why would I start now? Oh, you're paralyzed too. Ha! Get wrecked. You're stupid. Get dunked on. Another critical hit. That's very nice, because these Licks do absolutely nothing. So it's good that we're getting so many crits, because it's speeding up the process considerably. And we're getting good paralysis luck as well, I believe, because they did just get paralyzed. And they go for the Tail Whip. Tail Whip missed last turn, so not only did they get paralyzed, but then when they didn't get paralyzed, their Tail Whip missed. And they used something that doesn't even affect us. Did they even have any moves that could hit us? I don't even know. They had Tail Whip, they had Stomp. I'm sure they had a Fire type move, certainly. Certainly Gen 1 learn sets are not that bad. But like, then again, I am looking at it, I am faced right now. But then again, my Haunter doesn't have any stab. So, any stab that like actually counts as stab. Like Nightshade, yeah, technically, but Nightshade isn't actually affected by stab, because it always does the same damage. As I said previously, This gas is gonna go for Nightshade, which does a considerable amount, probably more than his Licks would do, because he's just, like, so inferior to me. I could probably take his hits very well. But, so in his case, like, I am so high level that the Nightshade are doing, like, quite a bit. But, in our case, Lick might actually be better in some circumstances, because it's just, it's like, stab, super effective. Stab super effective damage is much better than set damage, even if they are, like, of a high level, and Nightshade is doing quite a bit. Like, anyway, they're gonna send into Sandshrew, which usually wouldn't be that much of a problem, but if Albert is at 20 health and also paralyzed, then that would probably be a good time to switch out. Like, I'm not taking that chance with anything. Especially something that is a type that's super effective against us. Even though that Sand Slash proved before that the slime that at level 33, it didn't have, even though, like, at level 33, Sand Slash didn't have any stab, and it's highly unlikely that at level 33, it's pre-evolution, the thing before it in its evolutional stages would have stab at level 33. I don't want to take any chances, especially when that Gengar is at 20 health and paralyzed. Like, that is a rough combo in a Nuzlocke. Like, anything could come in and finish you off. Like, Albert is on their last legs here. Anyway, so we are going to get Albert out of here because it would have been a good idea to swap them out before that last battle. Now we definitely need to swap them out. Like, there is no debating. I know we want the XP. I know everyone else is so much higher level than Albert. And by so much higher level, I mean, like, 5 levels, which really is not that much, but it is, like, it is important to have an evenly level team in a Nuzlocke. It is important to have an evenly level team in any playthrough, but, like, especially in Nuzlocke. Stop right there! Our invisible walls have you frustrated? I mean, I think I could just go, like, down, right down, like, up. Like, I think I could have just gone down, like, from the top there. I don't think that any of these trainers are required. I think the Kogai just could have gone, like, straight down from the top. No, I didn't have to go, like, down and around like this. But, I want to fight all the trainers. And we haven't used Dream Eater so far, ever, in this playthrough, actually. So let's do that. Just to save us some PP on Nightshade, I was gonna say. But then I realized, hey, there's no point in using Dream Eater if we're at full health. We might as well save the Dream Eater for when we actually need healing. So, you know, it's always nice to save some potions. This isn't a hardcore Nuzlocke, so we can use healing items in battle, but, like, if we can avoid doing so, that would be good. It's always nice to save money, even if I have tons and tons of it. Like, money is almost never a concern in my playthroughs, but I always act like it is, because I think it's lame to just buy, like, tons and tons of potions. We're gonna stay in against the Sandshrew, because we should know, like, okay, this one is level 34. It has one more level on it than the other one. But the other one didn't seem to have any ground type stab. And Alice is at full health. Even if this thing does go for an earthquake, go for a freaking earthquake, it's a Sandshrew. And we're 5 levels above, and we're 1 evolutionary stage above it, so, like, we would be fine even if this thing went for a freaking earthquake. I'm sure of it. Alice's defense, nothing to write home about, I'm sure, but, like, even then, Sandshrew, like, come on, it's a Sandshrew. It did 1 damage. It's not quite enough for me to start using the Dream Eaters yet. It's like, oh my gosh, we took 1 damage, better heal. Like, nah, we'll save that healing for the actual gym battle, I guess. Whoa, he's got it! This is the kind of gym where it just takes forever to get to the gym leader. Oh wait, I can't go straight down. Because I was gonna say, like, oh, I can go straight down, I could just go straight down here to Koga. But Koga is not actually down this way. Well, all that's down this way is this guy's butt. So, apparently, no, I cannot actually do that. But, these trainers are in fact required. Which means that, like, I feel like all trainers in this gym are required. Let me actually see. No, this guy isn't required. I could have walked right past it. But I didn't want to because I want to fight all the trainers before I beat the gym. Then I just feel bad if I fight all the trainers. If I don't fight all the trainers, because then I can't fight them after beating the gym. For some reason, that's a mechanic, that you can't fight trainers after you've beaten the gym they're in. Which is kind of strange to me. Because it's like, just because I beat their leader doesn't mean that all of a sudden they just quit battling, right? Like, what? Why can't you re-challenge them? Like, everyone else can challenge them perfectly fine. Why can't you challenge the trainers again? Anyway, Master Koga comes from a long line of ninjas. What did you descend from? I descended from up there. Did you see me come down? I was just up in the top left corner of the gym, and then I came down to you. That's where I descended from. Anyway, I'm gonna drink some water again because my throat is really bugging me. This is the second episode I'm recording today, and the previous episode was a little bit of a stressor on the voice. So I'm going to drink some water because, once again, this episode, sorry guys, but I need it. My throat is aching right now. So here we go. Okay. That burp actually exited my mouth. Surely you heard that one. Surely you heard that one. And don't call me Shirley, but surely you heard that one. Okay. Still want to save those Dream Eaters. We're out of Nightshades now. On both Albert and Alice. So, I guess, what do we go to now? Who needs XP? Kyle needs XP and Carly needs XP. Gerald kind of needs XP to catch up to Andrew, but everyone needs XP to catch up to Andrew. The one Pokemon we're not sending out here is Andrew, even though it's super effective. He's an electric type, and Lapras is a water type. I don't freaking care. We're gonna test out our new Comet Punch. Let's see how much damage it does. Okay, so that's like not a lot. If we got 5 hits, it would have been like a little bit impressive, maybe. But like, let's see. Let's compare it to Bite. How much does Bite do? Bite probably just kills from here, honestly. Okay, yeah, actually, so by comparison, Comet Punch is pretty good. Because that was 2 hits. That was the minimum amount of hits, and it did, like, around, like, almost half the damage the Bite did. So, at maximum hits, it would do, I guess, the damage the Bite did, which is, so it's basically just Bite, but you have to get really lucky in order for it to be like Bite. Okay, well, so yeah, not really useful at all, but Rap wasn't really useful at all, so it's not like we've made a bad decision, because I feel like Carly, out of all the Pokemon that we will ever get, is the one that is like the Pokemon that this crap would be the most useful on. We woke up, and I accidentally pressed the attack button when I didn't mean to. Sorry, the fight button. But we should probably get out of here. Fighting is not the best option here. We have a normal type out against a very powerful fighting type, so we are going to go for something that is not weak to fighting type. Not Kyle. I was about to switch to Kyle, then I realized that's not a very good idea either, is it? So let's go to Gerald. It would be great if Gerald had some fire type moves in this situation, because this is probably the one time where we want Gerald to not to be using that terrible special attack, because Hitmonchan is absolutely more physically defensive, but you know what, whatever. I'm sure Cuts will do the job just fine. 42, catching up to Andrew. Gerald and Andrew are now our 2 highest leveled, which, while Gerald is, like, admittedly kind of a ball and chain. He started out as kind of a ball and chain. And yeah, he's not, like, the most powerful Pokemon on our team. He's frankly, I don't want to say he's, like, disappointing in terms of power, but, like, only normal type moves is rough. Only normal type moves, none of them are stab, is rough, man. Because, like, Raticate has only normal type moves. We want only normal type moves. Raticate's already got that, except Raticate, at least they're stab. Like, Gerald, I guess, is just like Raticate, but worse. They serve basically the same purpose, team-wise, team-building-wise. So, really, Gerald doesn't really have a point to being on this team, but Gerald has just been on the team for so long that they've gotten so much use that, like, oh, come on, seriously? Dropped my balls? Come on, Nintendo. Come on. Nintendo! This is a kid's game, Nintendo. Oh my gosh, what the... Okay, Nintendo, sure, man, sure. That's like... It's like SpongeBob when they made, like, that, that recent SpongeBob episode, there was, like, Sandy's grilled nuts or something, and they just kept making nuts jokes. It's like... I thought y'all realized by now that you're child-friendly. That's seriously crazy to me that they made that episode, because it just reeks of... We miss when this show was Adult Swim. We miss when the show was for adults. We miss, like, first season. All the innuendos, so, like, we're just gonna make an episode with constant nut jokes. Anyway. A mere child like you dares to challenge me? Very well, I shall show you true terror as a ninja master. by making you voice me with a deep voice while your throat is hurting like heck. I'll make you do this voice until your throat explodes. You shall feel the despair of poison and sleep techniques and voice acting. I can't even laugh. I can't even. My throat is hurting so much right now. I don't know why. Anyway, Mike wants to fight. Hello there, Mike. Not to be confused with Mike from WarioWare, because he's awesome. This guy's not awesome. This guy's kind of, I don't know. Like, what okay. I like the cape, but at the same time it's a little bit extra. Just a little bit. Just a little bit much. So hypnosis. We're gonna go for the hypnosis. It didn't affect enemy Abra. Is that because it's somehow immune to hypnosis? Am I... Okay. So I'm just gonna go... There is really no point to... Okay. I was trying to save the Dream Eater for when I need healing, but then I realized I'm using the Dream Eater. So I guess I'm using the Dream Eater. You know what? Heck it. I don't need healing right now, but let's just kill this thing with... Oh my gosh, this is doing nothing. Oh yeah, it's not very effective. Isn't it, like, completely immune in this game? Hold on. I'm sorry, I thought we were going for super effective moves with our Ghost type against the Psychic type, but that's not how it works in this game. I thought that Psychic was immune to Ghost. Why is it just not very effective, huh? That's odd. Anyway, let's get a Pokemon that actually can hit this thing with neutral attacks. Specifically, the neutral attack... Well, I said neutral attack, but I don't really want to go for the neutral attack because that's just a waste of PP on Earthquake. Anything could kill this thing. Let's go for the Rolling Kick. I'm sure it just kills. I'm sure that, like, not very effective, who cares? I'm sure this crap just kills. I'm gonna put some money on it, but I won't, because I should have put some money on it. I don't even know who I would be putting money on it again with. Like, who would I be betting with? Who would I be making a bet with? The Abra? Haha, now Abra, you owe me $15. You lost the bet, Abra. You died. So anyway... we're gonna go for the Earthquake, because I feel like Mew is worthy of an Earthquake. Mew is, like... Not many things are worthy of the Stab Earthquake in this game. This thing just one-shots a heck of a lot of things, but... Yeah, Mew can take these. Mew will use the Earthquake. Because I could theoretically just storm through this guy's entire team with Earthquake, probably. But, like, where's the fun in that? Mew I'll use the Earthquake on, because... Mew is a mythical Pokemon, you know? And like mythicals are sometimes not as good as legendaries. Mew is definitely one of those situations. Like Mews are rarer, mythicals are rarer than legendaries, but sometimes they're not as good. Like Jirachi is definitely worse than Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza. Celebi is definitely worse than Ho-Oh and Lugia. Mew is definitely worse than Mewtwo. But, like, in future generations, I feel like the mythicals have gotten, like, much stronger by comparison. I feel like Hoopa is just, like, crazy. Like, Hoopa does... I don't know Hoopa's stats, but they look like they'd be insane. Like, just look at Hoopa. Like, Unbound Hoopa is literally, like, one of the most intimidating Pokemon I have ever seen. It is so cool looking. I love Unbound Hoopa's design. Like, regular Hoopa's design is, like, really cute. Like... It's cutesy, it's devilish, it looks sinister, it looks like a cheeky little dude. Regular Hoopa looks like a cheeky little dude, but then you get to, like, Unbound Hoopa, and it's like, oh my gosh, what a transformation. Let's not keep the ground rock type in against the grass type, actually. Let's not do that. This thing did not go for a grass type move against me, which I find, why did I go to Alice? I'm just... Use Withdraw. It did not withdraw its Pokemon. They simply used Withdraw. I think that's crazy that, like, Withdraw is a move. So Return is a move. I think that's wacky that, like, trainers say return when they send out Pokemon. Like, trainers say return when they're switching Pokemon, but also it's just a move. Like, that must be so confusing for the Pokemon. They're like, Tangela, return! Now Tangela, use return! It's like, Tangela's like, well, how do I get back into the Pokeball? And they're like, no, I don't want you to get back into the Pokeball. I don't want you to return. I want you to use return. Like, that must be such a confusing thing for Pokemon. But anyway, this Tangela's almost down. We almost got this thing down. Just 2 more Dream Eaters, and he's done for. Hopefully he doesn't wake up right now, because I'm going to have to waste time putting him back to sleep. He did not! He will never wake up again, because I critical hitted him, and he's dead now. I mean, I'm sure. I hope he will wake up again. Like, Koga, I'm sorry if I just freaking killed your Pokemon. Take it to the Pokemon Center immediately, my guy. No hard feelings. I do not mean to kill any of your Pokemon. Humph, you have proven your worth. Here, take the Soul Badge. How absolutely dramatic. Soul Badge. The badge of one's soul. Now that you have the Soul Badge, the defense of your Pokemon increases. It also lets you surf outside of battle. Yes, wonderful. I'm going to need to do that quite soon, I think. Actually, I think I need to go challenge Sabrina before I go to any water routes. Oh, I'll take this too. Alex received TM06. I wonder what that is. We will find out right after this battle. Withdraw. Never mind, we will find out right now. So that saves me having to check my bag. And I guess here we go. We're leaving. We're out of here. And then once I do get out of here, I'm going to end off the episode. However, while I'm getting to the exit, I will say actually, I'll heal to get myself more time to talk. I'll just go off and heal, because I'd like to start the next episode ready to fight, ready for battle, healed up and ready. But while I'm healing, I'll just talk. I'll just say one little thing, and that's that in previous episodes, I was dissing Spewart from Super Mario Odyssey, and I will say, while his design is not that creative, is it just me, or does that man have super majestic hair? Like, it looks like a mane. His hair is gorgeous. Like, I wish I could grow my hair like that. Spewart, like, he's disgusting, but his hair is absolutely majestic. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Alex Espion, signing off.